California. That's Marcus Frazier.
Row number 3's got the 5B from Clovis of Jason Pugh. And on the outside, they call him West. Daniel West in the 27.
And on the inside of the 4th row, driving the number 40, one of the guys we talked about in our pre-race show out of Bakersfield, that is Nick Spainhoward. And lining up next to him in the 09, another Bakersfield, California driver, that is Brylan Holder.
Starting scratch, one of the guys we talked about, and we said one of the things that can hurt one of these guys is a bad pill draw in the heat race. And unfortunately, it looks like Jason Nation in the 83, he got that bad side of it.
Mike, we made 4 predictions. You and I combined made 4 predictions of 4 drivers that are going to win this division.
3 of them are in this race.
3 of them are in this race, and all of them are starting towards the back of the pack.
No. One of them's not.
Oh, you did mention, you did pick Childress.
Did pick the outlaw.
You did say to
Ricky
watch
Childress.
him.
He has been a man motivated this year after having a very severe injury early in the season and had to sit by and watch his uncle race his car.
Right.
But it gave him a new perspective on it.
So you've got Childress in the front row. Second row, you've got Johnson. Then you go to the back of the pack where you've got Spainhoward and Nation. And we talked about all 4 of those drivers in the pre-race show.
I have a feeling the inside row is going to be on the move.
You know, it's starting to do that. We're starting to see the low line come in.
No, I'm just saying it because the 4 that are on the inside.
Well, I don't know. That momentum, that cushion's up there. The bottom is starting to come in. We saw Simpkins use it to pick up the victory. Here we go. We've got a green flag. Childress in the 16, hard around the bottom. Look at that car hook up. But look at Mayo on the top with a great run out of 2. He'll be your leader into turn 3. Childress still right there with him side by side. Battle for the top spot out of turn 4 at the stripe. Mayo will be your leader, followed by Childress. Then Johnson.
Matt Mayo, Ricky Childress battling out for prime real estate up front as Kevin Johnson watching them. They come together. Kevin Johnson says, "Thank you very much." Oh,
Johnson slide jobs him from 3rd to 1st. Trouble down at turn number 3. Caution will fly. My goodness.
Lap number 2.
Lap number 2. I'm not even going to say it, Mike.
You know, it is what it is.
It's your house, and you know what you know.
It is what it is, man. But Kevin Johnson sat back, watched, saw Ricky Childress go up to the high side, saw what was going on, said, okay, I'm just going to slide you very much.
Dove to the apex and picked up 2 spots. He is your leader. Mayo sits 2nd. Childress, and look at Spainhoward and Nation are in the top 5 as well.
Oh, yeah.
Then we've got the 27 machine of Daniel West, and at the back of the pack, that is the 5 of Jason Pugh.
Yep, and Brylan Holder was he's off the track now in the 09 machine. So crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, single file restart. 7 cars left. Mr. Kevin Johnson is the man on the point.
Tough field right here. We're going to look them over for a green flag. Look at these guys shaking it down there in turn 3. We've got a green flag for your leader.
Spainhauer going to the gutter, trying to get the short way around there. Speaking of around goes that 5B of Jason Pugh. But we're still green flag racing as he's off the racing surface. Kevin Johnson on the hot side. Ricky Childress up to the 2nd spot with a nice little slider on Mayo. Mayo going to return it. Nope, no Mayo on that slider.
And Spainhauer now working the high side of the racetrack where we saw him on the bottom for the first 3 laps. Now testing the waters up top, right rear in the cushion, as does Jason Nation.
4 laps down, almost make it 5. Let's make it 5 as they cross the start-finish line. Ooh, Daniel West getting loose through 3 and 4.
Good job of driving to save that machine.
Pugh having some issues there, too. That car, that back end just wants to swap sides with that front. Kevin Johnson, your leader, up on the high side. Ricky Childress right there with them. As they come through 3 and 4, they're looking for the white flag. It's there. 1 lap to go.
Johnson, Childress, Spainhauer now back down to the gutter trying to get by the machine of Mayo. And Nation going to drive to the high side into turn 3. Good race for 4th and 5th. Winner out of turn number 4, Kevin Johnson. Childress will finish 2nd. The battle for 3rd will go to Mayo. Nation edges out Spainhauer for 4th. Nick Spainhauer finishes 5th. Daniel West 6th. And Jason Pugh will finish at the back of the pack, completing the running order. Once they got going, that was a good race.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, sometimes you just got to get into that rhythm. And that's what it took. And once they got into the rhythm, good things happen. All right, heat race number 4 for your Motor City Buick GMC IMCA Sport Mods. Row number 1 is the 4. We call him G-Money, Garrett Jernigan from Bakersfield. And on the outside from Orchid, California, we can't call him the Pickle, and we can't call him Harry, but it's Dylan Potter.
On inside, row number 2, driving the 198K out of Yuma, Arizona, that is Corey Hemphill. And to his outside in the number 74 from right here in Bakersfield, Ethan Dotson.
Row number 3 from Bakersfield's got the 70 of John McKinley Sr. And on the outside from San Martin, the 20, Justin McPherson.
On the inside of the 4th row, driving the 22C, another Bakersfield, California driver, that is Michael Johnson. And in the 32, Tina Pounds.
Rounding out the field, the OOSP, that's from Yuma, Arizona, of Crystal Hemphill. Hemphill. Hemphill or Hemphill? We have a Hemphill here.
Here we go. We're looking for the green flag. We have
not getting
pulls it
that
back.
One. Dylan Potter, Garrett Jernigan, they decided not to play nice, and everybody bounces up off of Dylan Potter.
Well, Mike, I'll tell you one thing. Jimmy Irwin is a real stickler here on the starts and restarts. He wants these guys door to door, bumper to bumper, keeping it tight. They didn't get that out of turn 4 last time. We had a little bit of a chaos situation down there in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, we'll see how well Dylan Potter's car is as it got bumped and banged and bounced off of a few other cars. Hopefully everything's okay on that machine so he can get back up to the front, because he's outside row number 1. Great pill draw for that young man. And some of these guys like Dylan Potter, his brother Austin Ruskoff, who usually runs the 88C, or the 88R, excuse me. You can see them on iRacing along with Trevor Fitz. Those guys do a lot of the iRacing together. They're on Facebook all the time. Look at me, I'm racing and that stuff. But you can go race against them up there, and you don't have to buy a sport mod.
Yeah, it's a little cheaper to do it the other way around.
A little cheaper. All right, looks like they're getting everything lined up once again so we can kick this heat race off. Heat race number 4. Garrett Jernigan, Dylan Potter leading the way. They're coming out of turn number 4. Green flag in the air. G-Money, your leader. Ethan Dotson on that high side.
Michael Johnson really finding some drive in the 22. Slide job into turn number 1 and 2 to take over that number 3 spot. Look at Ethan Dotson all over the backside of Jernigan. Hard into turn 3. Look at Ethan Dotson find the top side. He can't hold it, can he? He will run second at the stripe by the width or the length of a bumper.
Then he bounces it up off the wall by the Skinny's Automotive sign, dives it down the hill in front of Michael Johnson, and gets right back to the backside of Garrett Jernigan.
Here comes Dotson out of turn 4, right underneath the 4 of Jernigan, into turn 1 and 2, trying to pull the same maneuver, the opposite end of the racetrack, right up against the cushion. He's going to hold him off this time down the back straightaway. Ethan Dotson, your new leader in the number 74.
Ethan Dotson, your leader, but here comes Garrett Jernigan through the middle of that. Just didn't get the drive off through 3 and 4, but he's coming right back to the backside of Ethan Dotson.
Jernigan got to the bumper on the apex of 1 and 2, but Dotson drives away from him down the straightaway. Now going to put a car length, 2 car lengths between them at the stripe here on lap number 5.
Lap number 5, it's all Ethan Dotson right now. Garrett Jernigan in second, Michael Johnson in third, and they've stretched out to about pretty much 4 car lengths between the 3 of them.
The top 4 cars, Mike, are all single file, and they're spread out pretty good down the length of the straightaway. But the back of the pack, slicing and dicing, bumping and grinding. White flag is out for Ethan Dotson here on lap number 7.
Ethan Dotson able to drive up early and get up to the front, and has just tried to drive away from everybody.
Doing a very good job of driving so far. Your winner out of turn 4, Ethan Dotson, picks up the win. Johnson tried to take the second spot, but Jernigan will finish here just ahead of him. Johnson for third. Fourth will go to Hemphill. Fifth place car will be the number 20 machine of Justin McPherson.
McKinley comes home in fifth, or sixth. Then you've got Pounds in 7th, Potter in 8th, and then Crystal Hemphill in the 00 SP.
The one thing that surprised me about that heat race right there was how aggressive Dotson was. We're going to give the 111 of Joey Tanner a couple of safety laps. That car broke in hot laps, broke a rear axle. The crew went to work, got it fixed with the help of Rob Sanders. It was Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen had the parts to get that car put back together, donated the pieces over to Joey Tanner, and new car owner Pete Bound. How would you like to be the guy that sells the car, and the new car owner calls you up and says, hey, we're going to the Bud Nationals. You want to come run this car for me?
Game on.
Let's go. Joey Tanner did not bat an eye at that opportunity. He jumped in that machine, and we'll see what this car can do, as he has no laps on this thing tonight.
But at the same time, how would you feel if you were the owner? You bought the car. You put somebody in there to come race it. You don't even get 1 lap in it, and you're already scrounging for parts at one of the biggest races, 18 hours away from home.
That's how it goes sometimes. That's racing, and mechanics are mechanics. But, one thing a lot of people don't realize about this 111 machine of Joey Tanner, that car is powered by a CT525 crate engine. Joey Tanner has 14 wins this season coming into this show. Tanner dominated the Pacific Northwest, winning 14 races at, 6 different racetracks up in the PNW. Tonight, taking his shot here at the Budweiser Nationals. This is a racetrack he loves. It's an event he loves, but he has had nothing but bad luck here at this event.
Now out on the track will be heat race number 1 for your H&S